Oh, what's this? Excessive.
Wow. Now this looks like a city.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Niðavellir, brothers.
Whoa. Smash it, smash. Oh, God. What am I hearing?
What? So that's the voice I
What? Hello. Welcome back to God of War Ragnarok. We have arrived in Svartalfheim, and we are looking for Tyr, who is apparently here somewhere in a mine. But I think we're looking for a door first in the capital. But we also have this to open first, so that's like even more important. Oh, spinning runes. Chest locked. Find 3 spinners and turn them to match the symbols by throwing the axe at the paddles. So we're looking for a P or a D, a B, and an N. Pretty sure that's what that's supposed to be. Alright, so we have one here. But we do have the geyser in the way. Which means we also, like, can't turn it. Unless I can, like... That was definitely the wrong button. Can I turn it with these? No, seems like no. Alright. Will you just turn even though... Okay. Turn and then check to see we have it right. Nope. Pretty sure these things only have 3 options, so this one should be right. Yeah, we got the weird BP. BP. Which way do the lines go? I don't know. Alright, where else do we got? Gotta find 2 more. Actually, did we see one down here? Yeah, right here. So that's currently an F. Yep, big B. Alright. 3rd one, probably up there. I think I noticed this here to climb. Sweet. Oh, what's this? Excessive. Alright. Yeah, so lizards. Why are y'all ignoring me? Oh, my kid's here. This looks shiny and good. No, I want to open the chest, though. We good? Jeez. Shiny chest. Deadly obsidian handles for my blades. Handles that feed the chaos that resides in the blades themselves. Felling up... I'll read it later, then. I can't just put those on out in the wild, right? I need to be, like, back at town for that? Or no, I can't just put them on here. Yeah. I don't... Yeah, I can't imagine the nothing I had before would be better than the something that I have now. And that should be it for that chest. I also saw, yeah, I remember you. You're like a lore panel or something.
Good thing you learned the runes, brother.
I did? Unsafe roads. Careful, traveler. This road leads to Niðavellir, sure, but so too does it lead to dangers beyond mention. If you give a damn about your own safety, you will find an alternate route to the City of Iron. Should you succeed, find me, so I can spread the word of whichever route you took that didn't end with you getting your skin peeled off your body by something hungry and pissed off. Derlin, who I think is the person we're looking for. Oh, I want to go spelunking. Sorry. Is that it for up here? Fancy chest, lore marker. Spin the thing. I don't think I can go down there. Let's get our apple. The apple was in the last one. I think this might be what everyone gives us a rage. An apricot, maybe? Ah, horn. Of course. Maximum rage increased. Collect enough horns of blood mead. Yeah, it would be blood mead, wouldn't it?
I think that's everything here. Want to get going?
Oh. It's a nice little hint that you're finished. So you don't spend all the time looking around for nothing. Well, I suppose now I'm gonna like explore areas, and if he never says that, I'm just gonna explore them forever until he does. Even when there might be nothing. Alright, back on the open wetland. Ooh, smash that. Free money.
It seems, Atreus, you intend to recruit Tyr as an ally for war.
I'm trying to keep our options open. Let's just keep moving. I'm glad we're out here, exploring a new realm. Maybe we could just try to enjoy the warmth?
I mean, it's not the most ideal vacation hotspot, but it is better than
Looks like we gotta find a
Midgard.
way to open that gate if we want to get to Niðavellir.
Where do we dock? It's usually marked by a flag, I feel. Oh, here we go. No flag, though, so I just made that up. These guys are back. I was gonna say, they weren't attacking immediately, so I wasn't sure. Maybe they were nice. Weird. Okay. Alright. Sure he'll come back. What? Okay.
You did it!
What is this? Ormer. A mysterious creature. Mimir tells me it was born from an ember that escaped Searcher's hammer as he worked at his forge. The steward of Muspelheim used his bellows to breathe life into the ember, and its first act of existence was to steal and consume the precious metals the smith had been using to forge a weapon. Mimir tried to tell me Searcher found this amusing. Were I Searcher, I would not be amused. Okay, so maybe these are written. Oh, this is the foes section. Wait, what? That tiny enemy gets like a full sort of like foe entry? Okay. Maybe those ones are special. Because the trace just mentioned that it dropped something. What did it drop? Rawhide, slag deposits, shattered rune, forged iron. That doesn't feel particularly special. Alright, well.
Father, up there.
Indeed. Yeah, probably can't. That feels really easy to break for something holding up something that heavy. Cool, will
Halfway
that
there.
stay?
There's gotta be another chain to lower the rest of the gate.
Yeah, it's right there. You can see it. Oh.
Look! Chain we can pull up there.
Yep, I saw it. I pointed it out first. It's technically mine. What are we... Oh, cool.
To the wall! We gotta knock it down!
It's like a Spider-Man. Except a gross lizard guy. Alright, we'll just rage mode. Your turn. They look like people in mascot suits. They're just... Every part of them is bulky just enough to look like a suit.
Think you can uncover that geyser from here?
Probably. Nope. Different weapon. Come on. Oh, alright. Well, I mean, there's not much different from what I did. Okay, so if we freeze this geyser... Oh, hello. Oh, there's something else. Move, please. Okay, we freeze this geyser. The other geyser goes bursting. Turns that.
Oh, I think I get it. If you freeze the geyser, the pressure will turn the wheel.
Yes, you literally just saw me do that. I think I might want to... Wait. I think I want to be on the other side. But I'm not entirely sure how to get to the... Can I quickly jump through? Yeah. Okay.
Block's coming down.
No, I want that frozen. So the
There's
block
still
will
the
come
other chain
down.
to pull. But how are we gonna get to it?
I'm figuring it out, boy. Okay. I think we want to climb but I don't know what. I can't just climb this, right? No. Alright, come back. Freeze, jump across, take back.
Is there something else we can hit?
I don't know. Oh, is there a chain that's holding it or something? Yeah, right there.
Nice
Perfect.
one.
Thank you.
Maybe you could try hitting the rope holding the block.
Alright, everybody needs to stop doing this immediately. I am solving these puzzles. You can't act like you solved them. How do I can just climb this, right? What am I missing? I feel like I should be able to just jump. Okay, now I feel a little silly. Oh, this thing's like kind of levitating. If I freeze this one, is this gonna like shoot up? Cool. Alright, that's pretty cool. Ooh.
That's one of Cavassier's poems.
No, this is a
Very
D&D
highbrow.
manual.
You should collect any others you find.
Cool, let's read them. A story of relentless genius from the mind of Kvasir. I missed how he pronounced the name. Imagine, dear reader, if you so dare, creatures of metal that screech through the air, that swim through the seas, that bound across the land, but are brought to their knees by a warrior's hand. Her origins hidden, her hair red as blood, finding places forbidden, buried under the mud. But who is this young girl who is more than she seemeth? Who will rescue her people and slay these behemoths? Seemeth and behemoths is almost a rhyme, but you made one of those plural. Also, you just whip out the seemeth at the end. Do none of that anywhere else. Anyway, let's get that gate open.
Lad, if I may, what exactly are you hoping to learn from Tyr?
Well, like I said, I was hoping he could tell me something about Loki. I'd also like to hear some of his stories. Traveling to other lands, giant stuff, and maybe about what it was like to fight back in the day. Just for the history, obviously.
History.
Let's hope Tyr's in a talkative mood after being imprisoned for so long. Not all of Odin's captives can be as charmingly voluble as myself.
We have no proof Tyr is truly here.
Right.
It's very strange. Like Atreus, like, I don't know if they are Loki or if he's just taken on the name
earthquake
of
earlier.
Loki.
You think there will be another one?
It's unlikely, but geological disturbances tend to be unpredictable.
If the geysers and smell here are worse because of Fimbulwinter, maybe the earthquakes are too?
Aye, you might be onto something, lad.
Atreus, look ahead.
Okay, I'll contribute later.
Wow.
That is quite
now
nice.
This looks like a city.
Welcome to Niðavellir, brothers.
Oh, hello. Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Hey, dwarves! Oh,
Aw, they're so stout.
they're, running away.
It's because somebody over 6 foot has arrived. I imagine Kratos is over 6 foot.
Alarm.
I'd only sound an alarm like that if I still had my body, and was fearing the notion of being detached from it.
Why all that for us, though?
They are scared.
I mean,
Definitely an alarm, I'm afraid.
we
Why
don't
is
have the
everybody
best
hiding?
reputation.
Stay alert.
I mean, my title is God of War. You'd maybe, like, at least alert people to my presence. Although I do hope we aren't gonna get into direct conflict with anyone. I want to hit this pumpkin, though.
Hey,
Hell
did
yeah.
we talk to you for...
Any trouble, please?
There'll be no help, to be sure. Best we find the tavern Sindri mentioned on our own, and hope they let us in.
Ooh, what's this?
The buildings here really are incredible.
The detail in the woodwork is quite extraordinary.
I imagine this is something we'll have to come back to. Yeah, that's cool though. Just like visually. Ooh, hey.
Is that a statue of Odin? They must really love him here.
It's a pretty nice statue. Man, I love this city. It's got like Hobbiton vibes to it. But they've like built it in, I guess this is kind of like a valley on the river. Oh, hey. Scare people by using my giant string swords to get around. I can go through these, right? They're not that solid. Yep, nothing says come in peace like I'm smashing up all their containers.
Sindri!
Hello.
What?
I'd return your surprise, but I did know you'd be here. I've got something for you.
Sindri. What is it?
What is it, dwarf?
You know, I'm glad I came back here at least once before Ragnarok.
It's another one of those green flashy things.
Oh, if these cobblestones could talk. Then they'd have mouths. Filthy, disgusting mouths.
What is your input?
Do you mind if I fiddle with your bow? Oh, you are long overdue for a replacement. Taking advantage of certain materials. Ow. Structural sensitivity to sonic vibrations has been something I've been meaning to try for quite some time now.
Thanks for, finally trying it. What's it gonna be this time?
Patience. I find it's best to see these things, in action.
Yeah, I think it'd be stronger at that. I mean, I imagine it's hard. Whoa, that's cool.
There. Oh, take aim at that gate there. But before you loose, say, Skialfa.
That could magic spell. Yeah, aim, fire.
Well, I certainly didn't expect you to disturb
Crap.
crawlies in Niðavellir.
How was I supposed to know they were there? Jeez, they're fast!
Behind you, brother!
Oh, come on. Oh, where'd the... Okay, so those sonic arrows are pretty much an always thing now. Come on. We good?
Okay, so, Durlin,
This looks... Just the blue glow looks amazing on this.
Sindri, any idea where the tavern is?
Do I look like I've ever been to a filthy tavern? The sewer you just punched a hole through seems promising, though. For you. It should lead to the other side of the city. It's not like you're able to open other doors around here.
Just being really antagonistic for no reason. I'm gonna blow up that. Come on.
So this lockdown really is because of us?
Oh my, yes. Odin's grip on this realm is so firm, any outsider is considered a threat.
Sounds like an Odinism if I ever heard one.
Sorry, shopping list. Don't want to hear any more about shortages. Aesir got exactly what we need. My work shouldn't have to suffer just because they get off on being withholding. Anyway, I need barrel of oil, as many bundles of firewood as can be spared, 5 ingots of pure Svartalheim steel, and oh yeah, goddamn food to goddamn eat. That, I don't know, I just imagine that in Brock's voice. Nice. Little mill. I mean, I want to see if I can kill a chicken, but also, I don't think I want that on my conscience. Okay, so I saw a thing down here that I guess we can pop open now. Perfect. Whoa. It like imploded.
Another of Cavassier's poems.
He held out like he's never held a book before. Being a fictional poem by Kvasir, master of all poets. The armies assembled, 9 warriors strong, well rested and fed, for the war would be long. The orb in the air, in branches in hand, a swing, a collision. The spectators stand for 9 nights and 9 days. They fight without rest, running, then waiting, to prove themselves best, until finally, mercifully, the army does rout. One army triumphant, the other struck out. I feel like I really messed that one up. Oh well. What do we got? Slag and silver. Is this like a dam? It's pretty sweet. Alright, thank you for your bow. Let's, oh, maybe this was actually the correct way. Thought I just sort of wandered off path. Looks like a smoker. It's cool. Odin's ravens are back.
One less feathery spy.
Alright. Okay. Shit. I'm good to keep an eye out for those now. 48 of them. Alright. What do we got? Odin has his eyes on us since we began our journey some time ago. Killing these ravens and blinding the Allfather will only aid us on our path. Alright. Well, keep an eye out for those. And go to the sewers so you can get to the tavern.
Best of luck.
Thanks.
Any outsider is considered a threat. Is that to protect the dwarfs?
It sounds like it. But knowing Odin, there's sure to be an ulterior motive.
Well, everyone's hiding on this side too.
Odin's occupation of this realm has its hooks in deep.
But there aren't any guards patrolling. We're clearly not a threat. Why hide?
Resist and you're made an example of, to keep the rest in line. Self-preservation can outweigh bravery for even the strongest of folk.
Fear keeps them safe and alive.
This town's pretty sweet.
Tavern's gotta be around here somewhere.
Yeah, we'll
Maybe
get
we
to
can
that.
try
I just want to
knocking on
look
some doors
around.
for directions. I think I see something.
What do you think you see?
Could you maybe...
No! Thank you!
Alright. Not very nice. I mean, at least we tried. Can I get through here? Yeah. This is a place for big boys. They probably see this as like a grand hall. For me, it's just normal. Hello. Ah, get out of here. Gross little thing. Ugh. Okay, didn't even see there was that many. Right, what's this?
A firebomb from the chief anti-Odin propagandist in Durlin's rebellion. Quite a sharp wit she had until she turned to less subtle means of resistance.
Look, you gotta do what you gotta do. I have many regrets concerning the time I spent in Svartalfheim, but of those regrets, I may think of Greep the most. Greep was a fantastically angry dwarven scribe. Her furious treatises against Odin's financial imperialism might well have spurred the dwarves to outright rebellion had she continued to distribute them. As a wielder of words, she was at least my equal, if not my superior, and her passion and fury commanded the respect of anyone who read her writings. When she took firebomb in hand and burned Aesir camps to ash, others followed her. Unfortunately, the downside of having a clear and loud voice is that you're very, very easy to find. The Aaron jar could handle propaganda. Arson, less so. They found her, and she and all known copies of her writings disappeared. I'd always wished to meet her. I still think of her often. I like to think we'd be friends if she knew me as I am now. Cool. Sorry, gonna just fire my bow at a bunch of random things throughout. Is this like a well we can open up? Oh, come on. Come on. Tear it apart. Ugh, you didn't have to slam into the ground like that. Was there literally nothing there? That was just to free a guy if I wanted
Excuse
to
me,
kill someone?
But we're looking for...
Nothing for you here. I don't care what you want. No food, no encouraging words, no nothing. Leave!
Kind of reminds me of knocking all the doors in Bloodborne in the first area. Just get all the people hiding from the hunt, screaming at you. Oh, hey. Yeah, I don't know why I'm opening those. It's just monsters.
Left side! Incoming!
Whoa, does hitting them with the sonic arrows do something special? Ow. Bisected. Oh, another one?
Sorry to bother
If
you.
you're selling something, please bugger off. If you're not selling something, please kindly bugger off.
That's so polite. Is this like a river? A little canal running through? That's so cool. What are we looking for?
Yeah.
Okay, this is above where we were. This won't stop me. Okay, it might stop me a bit. Oh, wait. He did that more gently than I
This
thought
looks
he would.
promising, right? Well, that's like a house. If he's
Just
here,
a sec.
maybe you should let me do the talking.
You.
Well, we don't want to intimidate him. You're tall as a tree and you have a severed head on your head.
None taken.
Talking severed head.
Fair point, though.
Yeah, I'm not the nicest looking person. I got 3 weapons strapped to me. Fine, I'll initiate you doing it, I guess.
Think that's him?
Oh, a hurdy-gurdy. Beautiful. Yeah, let's talk to the hurdy-gurdy man.
Hello?
Watch yourselves. Apparently, there are intruders about.
Sorry.
Oh, that's us, I think.
Well, if you're planning on killing me, at least let me finish this song. That alarm was in just the perfect key.
We're just looking for a friend of ours named Derlin.
Well, we both know that's not true. Derlin's got no friends left. But if that's all you need, head out the back way there, and you'll see the safety office just across the river.
Safety office?
Just don't go making trouble for the rest of us. And while you travel through this realm, maybe you could clean up the head's mess.
What mess?
Later, brother.
Oh no, what did you do here, Mimir?
I wish to hear of this mess.
The rig's in the bay. Why don't you ask the condescending skull?
Head. I've got skin. But he's right. I made a mistake. I'd have us shut them down.
I don't think it was really made clear what I'm doing. Shut down the mining rigs. Okay. Well, let's go find Derlin first. A little doorbell there. God, I don't fit.
Sorry, one more
Where'd you even
Although,
come
these
from?
are gifts I'm giving to you, so I shouldn't be sorry and you should be thankful. Anyways, here, please be careful.
What?
It's beautiful.
What is it?
Thanks, Sindri.
It is
It's cool as hell.
isn't it? It's also very useful. You'll be able to find anything your heart desires with it.
Really?
As long as your heart desires the locations your father and you decide and plot to travel together, then yes.
Alright.
It is a compass.
Ah, but a beautiful compass. Now scamper off.
Looks like a over-the-top D&D die. I mean, hell yeah. Did we legitimately not have it at the top? I didn't even realize. The Dwarven compass and map can guide Kratos to objectives. Press the left side of the touchpad to jump to the map. Cool. You're just going to do that automatically, huh? L to move around the map. Use R to zoom in and out. Okay, it's already zoomed in as far as we can. Track locations on the compass by hovering over them and pressing triangle. I guess here. Press L3 to center on current position or cycle to an actively tracked map marker. The side panel displays ongoing quest progress. Press up and down to toggle between the realm and blah, blah, blah. Cool. Let's keep going.
Come. A boat cannot be far.
You gotta check this first.
Earlier, Sindri made it sound like Durlin was some sort of rebellion leader. Doesn't sound like anyone's following him.
Was being the key word here, little brother.
Am I just in someone's home right now? So cute. I'm gonna just loot it for all it has. Oh boy. This is ridiculous. Alright, Mr. Big Man, let's get out of the house.
I saw a dock back there. Maybe there's a boat we can use to get to Durlin's.
Oh yeah, right, we don't just have one boat. We'll just take whatever boat's around. So don't get too attached to them. Oh hey, a waygate. Do I have to, like, activate it? Okay, good. This one made noise. Previous ones weren't. Yeah, are these all just gonna be portals to whatever realm I want to go to? Were we able to do that in the previous one, or did we always have to go to the temple each time? I can't remember.
There's a building just past these rocks behind me. Maybe we should head that way.
Which way? I mean, there's only one way, so I don't know what you're on about.
Those bloody mining rigs.
What about them?
The Skald is right to blame me for them. They were my idea. If you've got the time, they're in the bay just beyond this tunnel.
Alright, I mean, if we get to destroy some mining rigs, that sounds pretty cool. I don't know why they'd be bad, though. Unless they're just causing dwarven golden warming. Global
I
warming.
particularly appreciate us checking out the mining rigs in the lake to the right. You can see the smokestacks from here.
Wait, was this not the right
But
way?
if you don't want to explore now, it looks like Durlin's place is through that open gate to the left.
I mean, I do enjoy the chance to destroy mining rigs.
So, which way do we go?
This feels like the
We
environmentalist
could
move to
prepare
make.
more before rescuing Tyr. Up to you.
I mean, considering the goal is save Tyr, I do kind of want to gear up a bit first. Increases cooldown, or
Mimir,
decreases
are you
cooldown.
really the one who had those rigs built?
Odin wanted the dwarves under his control, and, well, I convinced him he could buy their allegiance instead of demanding it outright. A trade agreement of sorts.
So they're like a gift from Odin? But they don't work well, or they don't like Odin? But they have a big old statue of him, so I don't know. Let's get this built. Cool. Oh, maybe I don't have... Just disassembled. Maybe I don't have to actually talk to them each time.
Taking
Oh
a
my
break
god,
before visiting
Sindri!
Durlin? Very wise. He can be a lot.
How does he get around so fast? And why aren't they sharing that power? Effective. What's this? This looks like one of those climbing symbols, but I don't really see anything to climb. Damn, he could just, like, guide me through these. If he just goes first every time. Alright, is this the mining rig? Hidden region, the watchtower.
No, it's still here.
What?
The island near the geyser. We need to get the key from it and unlock this door. I need to set right a very old wrong.
It's nice that they have like voice. Oh, come on.
We've got to clear out all these
The hateful. Okay, I think I want to use my axe.
But you probably already know that.
Boil your axe. Alright, I'm gonna punch you to death.
It's bad.
Oh, why am I not pulling out my axe? Okay, I think I want to kill these guys. Because they just have tiny health bars, as opposed to the boss, which can do that move, which is quite crazy. Ow. Okay. Jeezies. Ah.
Come on, Kratos, off your back.
Boy, they don't give you a lot of health. Okay, try him again. This time we'll have our axe out, so we can, like, play.
Bloody Draugr holes. We've got to clear out all the undead bastards.
Ah, come on. I keep feeling like that's gonna interrupt him, but it doesn't. I'm busy.
On fire, Kratos.
Okay, they say that like I can do something about it. To my knowledge, I can't. Save myself the animation. Gross. Ah, come on. Oh boy, that did not help me as much as I would have liked. Ugh.
Come on, get up, brother. Bloody Draugr holes. We've got to clear out all these
Thought that was gonna aim it.
Fire, Kratos. It will pass.
Again, why do they point out that I'm on fire? Like, that's just so much of my health so fast. Okay. Not bad. Oh, right. I'm still in rage mode. You can do that. Ah. Ah, why am I untargeted? God. It just untargets the enemy sometimes. Okay, how about this time, though? Oh, is that an Odin Raven? Maybe I'll kill it after combat, just in case it comes back.
Bloody Draugr holes. We've got to clear out all these undead bastards.
Oh, come on.
You're on fire, Kratos. It will pass. Behind you.
Alright, now we rage. Okay, I don't want to be targeting him anymore. So I want to kill the others. But I guess I'll just go with this. Okay, I guess filling up that white bar on him. Oh, God. Stop it. I don't like your friends. Let's finish him. Ugh. It's like preparing him for a meal or something. Remove the head and both the limbs. Okay, these guys seem really weak to the sonic arrows. Oh wow, you clear a lot of distance, huh? Bronze tier complete? Frozen spike? Okay. Stop it. I'm distracted.
Won't be hearing any more from those Draugr.
Okay. Well, that was obnoxious. Give me the goods. What else we got? Is that it? Dust of Realms. Oh, I think that's an important one, isn't it? If I remember from the previous game. Cursed Empress Blades. Or handles for the blades. And weapon upgrade. Oh, cool. Collect 6 to restore to its true form. Cool. Where's that stupid raven? Come on. I know you're around here somewhere. Okay. Maybe I'll just remember this is here and I'll come back. Oh! Jeez, that's fast. Where does it go? Right there. Oh, so close. Okay. Come back around. There you are. Gotcha. Perfect. Okay, so we're looking for the key, which was by a geyser on an island, I think Mimir said.
A prisoner of sorts.
What? You holding someone prisoner? That doesn't sound right. Okay, so it seems like it's somewhere out this way.
Whoa, what? That geyser was huge.
Yes, it should lead us to the key for that watchtower door.
Like, what does that mean? Are we landing on this island or just near it? Let's try landing near it. See where this takes us. Oh, come on. Damn, you got real good control on this canoe.
The key to that watchtower door should be on this island somewhere.
If you say so. Is it in there? Wait. Did you spawn stuff? Wild wretch. Ah, I didn't get it in time. Wait, what? No, you aren't letting me read it. Whatever.
Another wretch! To the west!
Come on. Did you say to the west? You could just say it's right in front of us.
So many wretches. Where are they coming from?
Is Mama Wretch up here? Coming down at regular intervals like they're Mario enemies.
To the left!
Look! They keep coming out of that nest!
Can I destroy this? Sure can. It's like a big old anthill. Alright, we're good. Pot smashing. Oh, got this. Nothing here, right? No, I think we're just gonna smash through something in there. Once we climb this. Or shimmy around this. God, all this architecture just looks so cool. Okay, throw this open. Nope, we're in combat. Oh, there's the nest. Okay, we good?
The ground looks weak down here, Father. That gear. Looks like it would freeze.
Yeah, I figured that out. Oops. X to exit.
Maybe that lift can help us get higher.
Alright, okay.
That ground from up there.
There was something in the settings about, like, hint frequency or something. I think I might turn that down between episodes, because it's a bit much. Actually, can I? What's the normal position? Okay. So we definitely want it down. That there. Done.
Hey, what if we climbed over to the lift?
Okay, we need to... Do I go down to the bottom? Because I lowered it. Can I, like, hop into it? Grab this. Oh, they know what I want to do. They know what I want to do, but they won't let me. Fine. Okay, he mentioned climbing up to the lift, but don't exactly see where, how. Ooh, I do want to get up there, though. How do I get in there? Is there something further along here I missed? Oh yeah, kinda. Here we go. And up. Axe back.
Think you could break through the ground from up there?
Oh, right, yeah, that's why I came up here. Smash it, smash. Oh, God. You're a biggie. It's like a living nest. Oh, I can't get this dodge right.
Watch out! Left side!
Boy, that does just nothing. What are you doing? Don't need more. Oh, he has a range attack. Gross.
Ow! Still standing, yeah?
Barely. Ugh. Come on. Ugh, it's spawning more. Gross. Really? Tiny one? Alright, well, going with this weapon seems better. It's more upgraded, too. It would be nice if I could interrupt that. Okay, get rid of the tiny ones. Oh, come on. Whoopsies. Come on. Come on. Jesus. Oh, his health is behind him. Stop it. Bully him with this for a little while. Oh, freezing throw. Come on, little ones. Don't spit. Oh, come on. Tear them apart. Oh, yes. Oh, wait, no, this is gross. Ooh. Big ol' gashy gash. Bergstraw mother. Alright, well done. Eventually.
Mimir, is this it? Over here?
I don't know, it's closed. We'll find out.
That's the key we're looking for.
Yep.
Now we must head to that watchtower on the shore.
Hope there's nothing bad in there.
What are you not saying?
The mining rigs are not the only sin I committed in Svartalfheim.
Should you lock up an X? Alright, we'll go find out. I mean, we just fought a big guy. Would they throw another big guy at us so quickly? I suppose it's God of War.
Atreus, you are getting better. Faster.
I'd even be better than you one day, huh?
If you are not, I have failed.
I was gonna say, that's such a nice moment. Kind of. Technically, it's a nice moment. And unprompted, too.
Can you hear that?
No.
Thought I heard a voice.
Let's keep going, lad.
Yeah, it was a voice, wasn't it?
Just put the key into that lock, brother.
Something gonna jump out at me. Not a nice way to do that.
There. If you could give that drum a good loud strike.
What am I about to do? Am I about to summon a dragon or something? Pretty good. What am I hearing?
What? So that's the voice I heard.
What?
Escaped by now, but we'll need to free it from its restraints.
What is this?
A Lungbocker. I captured it many years ago.
Oh, shit. That is so cool. Oh, you can see its little eye. Oh, this makes up for not having a world serpent in this game. Hell yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll free this next time. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back on Wednesday to free our new whale friend.
Father, is it always moral to kill something that's trying to kill you?
Mostly.
Yes.
Well, there you have it, lad.
Moral conundrum solved. Wonderful. So I will see you on Wednesday for saving a whale. Goodbye.